Hey educators, welcome back to Educators Empowering Educators, where we turn everyday classrooms into powerful spaces for every learner. I'm Shelly, and today we're diving into our fourth C of our 5C strategy for supporting EAL learners, Cultivate. Cultivate is all about creating a classroom environment that's rich in language, where students aren't just learning about language, but using it, hearing it, and practicing it all day long. The truth is, every classroom is a language classroom when we're intentional. And in this session, we'll break down simple ways to cultivate language-rich spaces so your EAL students feel confident, supported, and ready to use their voice. So grab your coffee and your lesson plan, and let's jump right in. Here's the thing, language grows through use. If students only get to practice during those one-off speaking activities, they'll miss countless chances to stretch and strengthen their skills. It's kind of like teaching someone to swim, but only letting them dip a toe in once a week. They'll never build the stamina or confidence to actually swim. Practice makes progress, and in a language-rich classroom, practice is everywhere. And the best part? Creating this environment doesn't mean scrapping your curriculum. It simply means weaving language opportunities into what you're already doing. One powerful way to cultivate language is through anchor charts. Anchor charts act like visual memory banks for students. It helps them capture and hold onto keywords, phrases, and strategies that they can access as they're building their language skills. By including icons, pictures, and color coding, you make the information stick. Here's an insider's tip when it comes to using anchor charts. Don't just make anchor charts for students, make them with students. When learners co-create, they take ownership of the content, and they're far more likely to use it in real conversations. Otherwise, those charts just become real expensive wallpaper, and no one needs more wallpaper. I once worked with Ms. Lopez, a 5th grade teacher who was introducing opinion writing. Instead of handing out sentence frames, she co-created an anchor chart with her students called Ways to Agree or Disagree. The chart wasn't fancy, just markers, visuals, and color coding, but because the students helped build it, they actually used it. Within a week, I heard her EAL students trying out phrases like, "I see your point, but," or "another way to look at this is," during discussions. What I loved most was that the charts didn't just sit on the walls as decoration. It became a living resource that students leaned on in real time to grow their academic language. Here are some additional tips for anchor charts. Tip number 1, post them at students' eye level so they're accessible. Tip number 2, remind them how to use it. Revisit it often, and students will too. Tip number 3, rotate or update charts by unit, so the walls reflect what they're currently learning. These small tips make anchor charts functional tools, not just decorations. The second way to cultivate a language-rich classroom is to embed oral opportunities everywhere. We can't treat speaking as a bonus activity. It needs to be part of our daily learning. That means using strategies like retelling stations, role play, or parent share moments. The goal isn't perfect grammar. It's confidence, fluency, and the courage to use new words in real context. I once went to observe a lesson in a 5th grade class where the teacher, Ms. Alvarez, was preparing her students for a debate on school uniforms. Instead of diving straight in, she had them rehearse in pairs, using simple sentence starters like, "One reason is," or "I believe that." I'll never forget one student, an EAL learner who was usually so quiet, practicing with a partner and then later standing up in the debate to confidently say, "I see it differently because." The whole class leaned in to listen. That moment reminded me how powerful it is to embed oral language in small, low-stakes settings. It takes the pressure off and gives students the courage to use their voice when it really counts. Ready for some quick tips? Here are 3 simple ways to embed oral practice. Tip number 1, assign group roles like reporter, explainer, or connector, so every student has a speaking part. Tip number 2, record short audio samples so students can self-assess and hear their growth over time. And tip number 3, keep sentence frames visible. Students shouldn't have to guess at how to start. These strategies make oral practice a natural part of the day, not an extra add-on. Let's quickly recap what we've covered today. This is the 4th C of our 5C strategy, Cultivate. First, we talked about why every classroom should be a language classroom, because language growth happens through daily practice, not isolated activities. Then, we explored how anchor charts can serve as a visual memory bank, especially when co-created with students. Next, we looked at how oral opportunities like retelling, role-playing, and pair share can transform language learning into a daily routine. Finally, we went over practical tips, like using group roles, keeping charts at eye level, and recording samples for self-reflection. All of these strategies remind us that cultivating language isn't about extra lessons. It's about embedding language in every corner of your classroom. Basically, if your classroom walls, desk, and even pencil sharpeners could talk, they'll all be bilingual by June. And that's how important it is to cultivate your classroom environment. Well, thanks for joining me today. In our next video, we'll explore the final C of the 5C strategy, collaborate, where we'll focus on building strong partnerships with families to support EAL learning beyond the classroom. If you tried any of today's strategies, share your experiences in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you never miss a tip from Educators Empowering Educators.